Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Inshallah Azza wa Jalla, I'm going to relate a pious parable regarding a woman who affiliated herself with the Mahole of Dawateislami. Now, just to examine the environment for Islamic sisters and brothers that we come across in nowadays, that sometimes we've heard cases that have taken place where someone has spiked someone's drink and that individual has passed away. And we want a beautiful death. Like, alhamdulillah, we make a supplication all the time. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant us death in Medina and Makkah, in holy lands of the city. And sometimes we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to intact our Iman, and we go from this dunya with our Iman. So now let's listen to this parable, and inshallah enlighten our hearts. And if we are in any bad company, then we should ponder over our death. We should reflect, and because we don't know when we are going to die. Yeah. So here, Islamic sister, it is a Madani suggestion that you always remain affiliated with Dawateislami's Madani environment. Say Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. Insha'Allah. You will prosper in both worlds. What can I say about the spiritual benefits of Dawateislami's Madani environment? No doubt, good company produces its effect. Life aside, sometimes death can be worth envying. The following is an example of such death. Let's listen to it and envy. This is a summary of a statement of an Islamic brother from Babul Islam, Sindh. My mother entered the Qadriya, Rizviya, Atariya spiritual order and became an Atariya in about 2004. Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, due to the blessings of Dawateislami's Madani environment, she became punctual in her 5 daily obligatory salah, as well as made the routine of offering nafal salah regularly. On the morning of 17 Safar al-Muzaffar 1430 AH, February 13, 2009, my beloved mother woke me up for Salat al-Fajr, and I began to offer her own, and she offered her own Salat al-Fajr. When I returned after finishing my salah, I noticed that my mother was still on her prayer mat. A short while later, she repeated her wudu and began to offer Salat al-Ishraq. When she prostrated in the first rakat, she did not raise her head. We thought that maybe our mother had fallen asleep whilst offering salah. But when we shook her to wake her up, she dropped to one side. We got scared and saw that her soul had departed from her body. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I feel that my mother benefited from her connection with the king of Baghdad, the Ghaus-e Azam, alayhi rahmatullahi akram, and Dawateislami's Madani environment. She was very fortunate to have passed away whilst prostrating to Allah Azza wa Jal. She was showered with more blessings. After her death, her face was radiant. Approximately 15 days after her death, on Saturday, 2nd Rabiul Nur 1430 AH, February 28, 2009, a stone slab fixed inside her grave fell down, filling the grave with soil. When we opened her grave in order to repair the damages, the fragrance of roses filled the air. We were also elated to witness a faith-refreshing spectacle. My mother's body and shroud was safe. When we removed the soil from her grave, my brother touched our beloved mother's feet. Her skin was soft just like any living human being. My beloved father said, when I removed the shroud from her face, it was even more radiant than before. The Islamic brother further stated, amazingly, the slabs that fell into her grave had not harmed my beloved mother's blessed fresh body, because her body had moved towards the wall of the grave as if she had moved in that direction herself, or had been moved there by someone, even though we had placed her body in the center of the grave. Their faces and bodies are not stained. The shrouds of Allah's sincere friends are not stained. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Islamic sisters, man is influenced by company he keeps. If a sesame seed is placed in the petals of a rose, it acquires the rosy color and fragrance. Similarly, by the blessing of joining the Madani environment of Dawateislami, a global and non-political movement for propagation of Quran and Sunnah, even a worthless stone turns into a precious sparkling diamond by the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. And His noble Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and departs from this world in such a glorious way that others develop the desire to emulate and aspire to a similar death. The faith-refreshing departure of a female devotee, meaning lover of the beloved Rasul, from the world, the fragrance of rose emanating from her grave after it was necessary opened after the burial, her safe shroud and body are all favors from the unseen ghaib for the truth of Ahl Sunnah creed. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant that fortunate Islamic sister prosperity on the bridge of Sirat, resurrection day, the deed scales, and grant her the beloved Prophet's neighborhood in Jannat al-Firdaus. And may Allah Azza wa Jal accept all these prayers for the biggest of the sinners of Attar. Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. So my dear Islam brothers, this parable must wake you up, and may Allah Azza wa Jal give our Islamic sisters and the brothers a reflection of the Akhirah. And we've come across many parables that, some young children, alhamdulillah, have memorized the entire Quran. And when graves have been dug up after, because of heavy rainfall, and they smell, a beautiful fragrance coming from the grave. And these such events can be seen on YouTube. And same again, the founder of Dawateislami, one of our Nigrans passed away a long time ago, and his grave was also dug up, and you could see his face intact as it was. So alhamdulillah, we also want our bodies intact, and we should be very careful of not missing our salah, to perform our salah on time, and inshallah to follow the 5 pillars of Islam. May Almighty Allah grant us the ability to follow the commands of Allah Almighty, and also encourage others to do the same. We are reminders for each other, inshaAllah ta'ala. May Allah Azza wa Jalla reward you, bless you, grant you a peaceful death when the time of death approaches us, and grant us death with Iman. Ameen. Bijahin Nabi al-Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Jazallahu anna Muhammadan ma huwa ahlu. O Allah Almighty, accept our Salat al-Zuhr. Accept this short dars. Any mistakes I have made in the dars, I ask for forgiveness. Ya Allah, grant our Islamic sisters, our brothers, to engage in the Madani environment of Dawateislami, to worship, Ya Allah, to travel on the Madani Qafila, Ya Allah, to fill in the Neek Amal, Ya Allah. Like we heard of this lady, she was performing Ishraq and Chasht. Give us the jazba of performing the Nafli Ibadat as well. O Allah Almighty, give us the ability to open the Quran and to recite the Quran, and Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, to understand the Quran and to make the Quran a part of our lives. Ya Allah Azza wa Jalla, give us ability to refrain from committing sins. As we come across the laws of the land as well, give us ability to follow the Islamic laws as well. O Allah Almighty, bless our youngsters with true Iman, protection of Iman, and make them obedient towards their parents, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, bless all the Muslims around the globe, those who are suffering from calamities, tests and tribulations. Ya Allah, those who have become shuhada, grant them the highest level of paradise. Give them sabr jameel. Ya Allah, raise the flag of Islam. Grant us peace around the globe. Ya Allah, guide the enemies of Islam. If there's no guidance for them, disgrace them. Remove their positions, Ya Allah. Raise the flag of Islam. Protect Pakistan from all directions, from the enemies of Islam. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give us ability to prepare for the Akhirah by doing good deeds. Grant us death with Iman. Bless our parents if they have departed. Grant them the highest level of paradise, Ya Allah. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give us the sweetness of our tongue, and to deliver the call to righteousness, and those to accept the call to righteousness, and to come into the masjid and to perform salah. Bless our muqtadis, Ya Allah, our bazurgs that are unwell. Grant them shifa for the sake of Karbala. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, preserve their life. Grant them a long and pious life, and the remaining parts we have for our life, Ya Allah, let us spend it in our ibadat, Ya Allah, for the Islamic sisters as well, for our wives, our daughters, our mothers. Give them the ability to worship. Give them the ability to make you, for your pleasure, to make you razi, Ya Allah. Never become naraz with us, Ya Allah. We are sinful people. We ask forgiveness from you, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, cleanse our hearts. Ya Allah, give us the ability to come over our nafs and protect us from shaitan and the love of the dunya. Ya Allah, Azza wa Jal, accept all our lawful and sincere du'as. Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.